Attention passengers, oxygen and air pressure are always being monitored. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will automatically appear in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, reach out and pull the mask towards you. If you are traveling with a child or someone who needs assistance, secure your own mask first, then help the other person. When I was in the Army National Guard, I did about 6 years in the service, and there was a man named Kurt in our unit, and Kurt wanted to help everybody. When we'd be moving boxes from the storeroom to the drill floor, I'd have a big stack, and he would run up to me and take them from me and say, "Hey, I got it." "Oh, okay, Kurt." Someone was complaining of back pain, and he said, I have the perfect exercise. Lay down on the floor, and I'll show you. I know some healing drugs that will help you, too. "Oh, okay, Kurt." I was sorting through my locker, going through all the dirty boots and all the equipment and stuff, and I walked away for a few minutes, and I came back, and it was all organized, but not how I would have done it. "Okay, Kurt." One morning, I was terribly sick with an awful cold, and I was walking around. I felt and looked awful, and I had my cup of coffee. And he said, you know that coffee's bad for your lymphatic system. Here, I've got some vitamin C dietary supplements in my bag. Okay, first of all, Kurt, I want my coffee. I feel awful, and I don't care about my lymphatic system. Plus, I've got a great cocktail of Zicam and Dayquil, so back off. We were all getting pretty fed up with Kurt's helpfulness. And finally, when challenged and said, "Kurt, what's going on, man?" He said, "What? I just want to help everybody." Unfortunately, Kurt was so focused on the splinters in his brothers and sisters' eyes that he couldn't see the tragic beam of wood in his own eye. And that beam of wood was a lie that says, you are only worth how many people you help. Now it's my turn. A man on my floor named Ian in seminary was in kind of a really difficult spot in his relationship with my other best friend named David. And Ian and David had done different things to each other over the years, going through hurt and friendship and ups and downs. And David, my good friend, would confide in me his just complaints and different things, how he was hurting and how he was feeling. And me thinking that, I could fix this, I went to Ian and said, "Hey, Ian, this is what I know. If you would just go talk to David, then maybe we can sort this whole thing out. Maybe we can put this whole thing behind us." I actually didn't help at all. I didn't fix at all either. I actually made things worse. I had betrayed David's confidence and trust in me, and I complicated things in their relationship in the long run. I learned very quickly that people are not fixed. People are healed. The same is true now as I begin, 10 months now of fatherhood as a priest. I never thought I'd be saying these or having to say this to myself, but all my friends are getting married and having kids. My brother's gonna maybe find a new job. People are struggling with different things in the parish, and I just want to do it for them. I just want to fix them and tell them all the right answers, give them all the theology and everything that they need, and just make everything go away. But that's not how it's going to work. I learned from my friend David, who introduced me to an author named Lamott. She's an American novelist and nonfiction writer and poet. Here's what she says: "We can't arrange peace or lasting improvement for the people we love most in this world. They have to find their own way, their own answers. You can't run alongside your grown children with sunscreen and chapstick on their hero's journey. You have to release them. It's disrespectful not to. And if it's someone else's problem, you probably don't have the answer anyway. Our help is usually not very helpful. Our help is often toxic, and help is the sunny side of control. Stop helping so much. Don't get your help and your goodness all over everybody." That's Anne Lamott. Now, what I'm not saying is to completely be selfish. No, what I'm saying is to look deeper into yourself. Look deeper into your relationship with the Lord so that you can start to help people instead of just trying to fix them and moving on forward. You cannot give what you don't have, and I cannot pour from an empty cup. This reality is why I take a day off every week. It's why I take vacations every year. And it's why I spend over an hour in prayer every day when I could be out fixing people's problems by, leading meetings and visiting hospitals and answering emails. I think when you spend time getting helped and healed by the Lord, you can more clearly know how to help and heal those around you. Your worth is not dependent on how many you help. And Jesus knew this. Jesus knows this. It's why he's constantly available in the form of other people in our community and in the form of the Eucharist, in the bread. We need to reach out towards him. We need to reach out, heal, and help ourselves before we can heal and help those around us and those that we love most. And sometimes, and I hate to say this to myself, that sometimes the best way to help someone is to let go. Letting go is the full act of what Jesus did on the cross. He knew that in order to save the world, he had to spread out his hands and his palms, receive the nails, and bleed out completely so that we can all be washed clean. This is the example he gives us by giving himself over completely and letting go of control by being in the Eucharist for us to receive. This becomes fuel, this becomes healing, and this becomes help for our souls and the souls of everyone on earth. Oxygen and air pressure are always being monitored. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will automatically appear in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, reach out and pull the mask towards you. If you are traveling with a child or someone who needs assistance, secure your own mask first. Then, help the other person. Amen.